This isn't your typical paddock politics or passive-aggressive back and forth. This is a full-on emotional intervention from the man who helped shape Hamilton's dynasty at Mercedes after a weekend in Hungary that can only be described as a psychological low point for Lewis. Toto has stepped up.
After a weekend in Hungary that marked one of the darkest moments in Lewis Hamilton's decorated career, Toto Wolff has delivered a message that sent ripples not only through Ferrari, but across the entire Formula One world. Hungary wasn't just another bad race. It was an emotional implosion for a driver who has defined a generation. Hamilton, now in Ferrari red, failed to make out Q2 and qualified 12th, while his teammate Charles Leclerc stunned by taking pole. The contrast couldn't have been starker, and things only worsened during the race as Hamilton got caught in traffic, lost more positions, and ultimately finished a lap down, out of the points. But what truly shook the paddock weren't just the results. It was what Lewis said afterward. In a brutally honest and self-critical tone, he called himself useless, even suggesting the team might need to change drivers. This wasn't just a frustrated athlete speaking. This was a raw, vulnerable confession from a 7-time world champion who felt like he was at his lowest. And then, almost offhandedly, he added, "Hopefully I'll be back." That simple, uncertain line detonated speculation across the F1 world. Was Hamilton contemplating retirement? Had the Ferrari move turned into a nightmare? Then came the enigmatic teaser on social media. A black and white image of a matchbox with the words, "We've struck the match. Now follow the smoke." Dated August 8th. It only amplified retirement rumors, with fans and media alike interpreting it as the beginning of the end. Was he stepping away from the sport? Returning to Mercedes? Launching his own team? The theories swirled, but no one had answers. Then, into the vacuum of noise, stepped Toto Wolff, the man who stood shoulder to shoulder with Hamilton during his Mercedes dynasty. And what Wolff had to say wasn't just a public show of support. It was a powerful emotional reckoning, a reminder of who Hamilton is, what he represents, and why his journey is far from over. Wolff didn't minimize Hamilton's Hungary meltdown. He acknowledged it for what it was, a moment of brutal self-doubt from a man who holds himself to impossibly high standards. He described Hamilton's emotional reaction as human, a reflection of how deeply he cares. This wasn't weakness, it was passion, a rare window into the soul of a driver who has always worn his heart on his sleeve. Wolff went further, shutting down narratives of decline and asserting unequivocally that Lewis Hamilton remains the greatest of all time. One disastrous weekend doesn't change that, nor does a rough season or an emotional outburst. Champions are forged not in moments of glory, but in times of adversity. And Hamilton, according to Wolff, has unfinished business in the sport. The upcoming regulation changes in 2026 offer a clean slate, and Wolff believes that no driver is more capable of rising to that occasion than Lewis. If anything, this is the calm before the storm, Hamilton preparing for one final, transformative act. Meanwhile, Ferrari finds itself in a whirlwind. Integrating Hamilton has been a challenge. The car is vastly different from what he knew at Mercedes, and the results haven't come. 0 podiums, a 42-point deficit to his teammate. The emotional toll is visible, and now, with retirement speculation thrown into the mix, the pressure has never been higher. But Hamilton is not facing it alone. Leclerc, rather than fanning the flames of controversy, has publicly defended his teammate. He called Hungary a one-off and expressed confidence that Hamilton will return from the summer break stronger. That show of unity is rare in such a competitive environment, and Ferrari desperately needs it as they try to build a team capable of winning again. The challenges Hamilton faces at Ferrari are immense, adapting to a new car philosophy, learning a new culture, and living under the microscope of both the Italian press and global F1 media, all while still searching for his first major result of the season. But none of that spells doom. It simply highlights the mountain he's trying to climb. This isn't the end of a career. It's the most dramatic chapter yet. That Matchbox teaser for August 8th, though mysterious, likely has nothing to do with retirement. Sources close to Hamilton suggest it's more in line with a business venture or an initiative under his Mission 44 banner. Still, the fact that it came right after Hungary wasn't lost on anyone. The timing was calculated, adding tension, intrigue, and a sense that something significant is coming. It's a psychological game that Hamilton knows how to play. He's keeping people guessing, ensuring that all eyes remain on him. And that's part of his genius, not just as a driver, but as a brand, as a force within and beyond the sport. For Ferrari, the stakes are now sky high. They need to support Hamilton emotionally and technically, especially through this transition period. They must adapt their operations around his driving style and give him the tools to compete. Because if they can weather the storm with him, if they can keep him mentally sharp and physically competitive, then what feels like a breakdown today might actually be the beginning of a comeback story that could rival any in sporting history. And this isn't just about Hamilton. It's about what he symbolizes. Resilience, honesty, passion, the courage to be vulnerable in a hyper-competitive, image-conscious environment. Toto Wolff's message was a reminder to fans, critics, and Ferrari alike: don't count him out. Hamilton is a kind of driver who rewrites narratives, who uses adversity as fuel. Even when he's knocked down, he comes back harder. He's proven it time and again, and Wolff's words only reinforce that truth. This moment, painful as it is, could be the crucible from which something historic is forged. As the sport pauses for its summer break, all attention turns to August 8th. What will Hamilton reveal? A new foundation? A personal project? Whatever it is, it's unlikely to be retirement. Hamilton still has too much left to do. And if he's as focused on the future as Wolff suggests, then the next chapter might be the most explosive yet. Ferrari, for all its glory and history, is still seeking a path back to dominance. And Hamilton, even amid personal struggle, still has the ability to be the catalyst for that return. But it won't be easy. The road will be long, the scrutiny relentless, and the pressure suffocating. Yet if there's one driver who thrives under those conditions, it's Lewis Hamilton. He's shown the ability to rise above doubt, silence critics, and deliver when it matters most. This recent storm is just another test. And if Ferrari truly stand behind him, trust the process, and deliver the performance he needs, then what seemed like a dream slipping away might actually be the beginning of a new dynasty. Hamilton has always chased greatness, not comfort. This period of discomfort might be exactly what propels him to rewrite history once more. Because in the world of Formula One, it's not just about speed. It's about perseverance, adaptability, and the relentless pursuit of legacy. And Lewis Hamilton, no matter how bleak Hungary looked, is far from done writing his.